the West Tigers versus the Dragons. I've put them up on the screen, the Dragons first, because I swear, if I looked at this ladder, if I looked at these fixtures, the Dragons play every single game on a Sunday, and it always seems to be at 2 o'clock time zone. So I don't know who's doing this draw. They're getting their 7-day rest. They're playing the Tigers, who can't get much worse than they were the week before. Baxter, the Dragons are up on the screen. Looking at that team list, obviously, Jack Bird moves from the locks to the centers. Moses Mumbai suspended. The Bellin goes to number 13. Wood goes into starting prop. Francis Moller is out suspended. Andrew McCullough is out with a knee injury. Sullivan comes into the hooker. There's a lot of changes. There is a lot of changes. Talk to me about this, obviously, Dragons side. And is this a game where Ben Hunt can potentially go, screw you guys, I want more money?
Yeah, it could. He could put on a masterclass. He could win the Dally M, and then that's more dollars just in his back pocket for the Dragons to pay out. Obviously, we reported that I've reported that he's knocked back a 2-year extension around the 700 to 750 mark. I believe he's worth a little bit about 850 at least. Depending on if he's a 9 or he's the future 7. He's 32. But back to the game at hand. This is a good squad. Obviously, you touched on Jack Bird, Jack DeBellin, Aaron Woods. Look, this side's ready to go. They love that 2 o'clock special on a Sunday. So look, there's no point even putting up the Tigers squad here, because this is just an easy straight out win for St. George. And look, from past performances, I'm just going to go 20-plus Dragons. Here we go.
Now, obviously, you bring up the Dally M. I'm going to throw you on the spot here. Obviously, when it went behind closed doors, Ben Hunt was on 19.
Yep.
He was 3 clear of Nico Hines.
Yep.
He was 4 clear of Mitchell Moses. He was 5 clear of James Tedesco. And I'm going to stop at that James Tedesco purely because I want to get your thoughts on this. If you had to pick a smoky out of those teams, now the Roosters have won 6 straight. Cronulla are on a tear. Nico Hines has been performing. Tedesco has arguably been the best player of the last 6 weeks. Ben Hunt, the Dragons haven't won every game, so there's no guarantee that he's got the 3 points every week. Yes, he's got the 3 points when they've won, but in saying that, I think Amon stepped up and maybe has taken a few points away from him. Is it wrapped still? Or do you think that Tedesco Hines could be a smoky to pip this in the final rounds?
Yeah, there could be a smoky to pip it, but even when we were at the game a couple of weeks ago, like Teddy doesn't really do much, like to deserve 3 points. Like
that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. He has run. Hang on.
It was like the first 5 minutes. It was like the first 5 minutes, and it was like, text in who you think man of the match is. I was like, Teddy.
That's got nothing to do.
Everybody just jump on the Teddy train. Like he's got.
That's got nothing to do with the Dally. That's just the Roosters fan member.
He doesn't really do that much.
This guy is averaging 250 running meters a game, 110 plus contact meters, over 2 try assist average the last 6 weeks.
That's not hard to do.
Tear.
That's not hard to do. You go.
He's the only fullback doing it.
Yeah, you go. What? You go from Verrills to Kiri to Walker to Teddy. Teddy just puts in Manu and gets a try assist. And he does nothing in the play.
Why is Noah the fullback putting up those meters in post contact meters and running meters?
Because Teddy, like no one, Teddy. I will say Teddy is good to get out of a tackle. That's all he's good for. But everybody just jumps on his you know what and just goes, oh Teddy. I just don't think he's that up there. I just don't think he's that glamorous and whatnot.
So you don't think he's the number one fullback in the game?
No, I don't think so. And it's purely just back on you look at the games that you won, what has he really done to help you guys win? And I think it's in the Roosters. I know we're talking about the Dragons, and I'm sorry for Dragons fans for listening to this.
Fuck the Dragons.
But your season's already over. But you talk about this, you talk about the Teddy and what he's done for the team. I think it's more other players in like a Sam Verrills or a Walker or a Kiri or even Manu or you Joe Bria Hargreaves or your Matt Lodge have done more to sort of win you a game than Teddy does. And I don't think he is this out and out great fullback there is. So he's good. I'm not going to say he's terrible. He is good, but he's not that good that everybody talks him up to be, and everybody just jumps on his downstairs area and go, oh, Teddy. And I'm just over it. I'm just over everybody saying, oh, Teddy. I think there's better fullbacks out there. And
all right, we will get back on track. We will jump over to the Tigers, and I'll see you on Dally M night when he is awarded the fullback of the year, and you are proved wrong because he's got to win that medal. It's wrapped up. Jumping into the Tigers again, it's a dismal fucking squad. Obviously, they lose Tarmow through suspension. Luke Gardner, head knock. Ken Mamalo, groin. Alex Seyfarth, shoulder. They were shit, and they just lost 4 starters. So I'm gonna go one step further. I'm gonna go 25 plus. The Dragons are gonna put up a tally, and I'm gonna say the Tigers under 8 points for the match. Baxter, are you sticking with your 20 plus?
Yeah, I'll stick with my 20 plus because if they score 26, I'm still right. Look, it's just I've talked to a few Tiger supporters, and they were like, "Oh, why did we let all these players go?" Obviously, it was the player that you picked up from the Tigers, the Roosters. Obviously, you got the player that moved down to Melbourne, the winger. Yeah, and then you got the other Luciano Leilua moves mid-season after signing already to go with the Cowboys for next season. Look, that just helps you with a little bit of cap. Now, for everybody that doesn't know, letting a player go mid-season on this loan or whatnot frees up a little bit of cap for next season. So let's just say these 3 players combined leftover cap space is $800,000. Now that's $800,000 that the Tigers next season could use to pay to get a player in. You know, maybe bring in a high quality forward or another or an outside back or something. You know, they got money in the cap that way, and it's good. It's good to do it. Like your season's over, so why not try and loan out as many players as possible? Like, you know, you should have let Adam Dewey go as well to Melbourne Storm and had more room in the cap.
That's ridiculous.
You should have. It didn't really help him last week, did it? So look, it's a bit of a hit and miss. I like it.
Well, we do need to remember that Api Coruscant probably does take close to $1 million out of this cap next year when he does go across to the West Tigers.
But that's already included. This is from this season's.
Yeah, but we don't know what salary cap restraint. Did they get rid of him because there's already talks that Nofoaluma is going to sign with Melbourne. There's already talks. Obviously, Gildert's come out and said he wants to stay at the Roosters. Obviously, you guys have already got Lucci. So was there cap restraints that we didn't know about that they're starting to try and?
Look, you probably hit the nail on the head there, but we'll just have to wait and see and sort of dig a little bit deeper into the books of the West Tigers.
Mate, all I could say is if the West Tigers are dodging the salary cap, you guys are doing it completely incorrect because you're still coming dead last and you're probably still going to get the wooden spoon. But Baxter, again, that has been the Tigers versus the Dragons. We're going to be back very soon with the final game of the round. It could be a cracker. It could be a snooze fest, but I'll see you soon for the Titans versus the Knights preview.
Peace.